You're in an alternate universe. Instead of getting to take Math 117 with Professor Craig, you have to take it with the wicked Professor Greg. Professor Greg calls on students at random, so naturally you want to sit as far away from him as possible. The class is shaped like an ellipse, and Professor Greg's position at any given time is at the front of the classroom, and his probability distribution of position is defined by this function. So you want to figure out how you can get as far away from him as possible. When you walk into the room, there's only two seats left, the seat on the far left and the seat in the back. You quickly realize by symmetry that the expected distance on the far left is equal to 30. So all you have to do is figure out if the expected distance from the back is greater than or less than 30. Let's hurry up so you can get the seat in time. First, we calculate the distance from 0, -40, to an arbitrary point x, 0, where Professor Greg may be. Using the distance formula, this is equal to x squared plus 40 squared. Now you have to multiply by the probability that Professor Greg is at that position at a given moment. And so you get absolute value x over 900 times x squared plus 40 squared. And you have to integrate this over all possible positions where Professor Greg can be to get the expected value. So you take your limits as -30 and 30, and you integrate with respect to x. Now, you want to remove this pesky absolute value sign because it's keeping you from calculating the integral easily. Since this is an even function, you just remove the absolute value, take only the positive values, and multiply by 2. You realize you know how to integrate this function since the x squared here, when you differentiate it, just comes out over here as an x. So therefore, you get 1/3 of x squared plus 1600 to the power of 3 over 2 from 0 to 30. Pulling out your calculator, you quickly identify this as 2 over 900 times 1 over 3, 50 cubed minus 40 cubed. And this is 2 over 900 times 1 over 3 times 61000. Now you calculate this further, you get this is equal to 1220 over 27, and you quickly see this is greater than 30, because 30 is equal to 8100 over 27, and so therefore you know that you have to sit in the back of the classroom.